go. Right, hi folks, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the Tenere's back on the bench. This time it's just for a couple of pieces of bling, or maybe useful parts, I'm not quite sure. First one is the gear selector arm support bracket. Bought on a reputable internet site. And then also we got the clutch. It's advertised as a single finger clutch arm, clutch mechanism. We shall see how much that alters the pull and the pressure on the clutch cable. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to change the camera around, and I think I'll start on the other side of the bike first and fit this clutch arm, the gear shift support arm. Yeah, so I'll see you on the other side of the bike. Okay, so we're on the left side of the bike now. Yeah, so the kit consists of, that way around, the support arm that goes in there, and it comes with a couple of Allen bolts. I left one of the other ones over there, so I'm just looking at stainless. But I didn't have any stainless bolts the right size. I've had problems with these cheaper Chinese bolts. Let's see how we get on. Right, so first off, note the position of your gear shift. No, you can't see that, but it's down there. I'm noting that, and I can't get on that one. So yes, let's use the Allen key that they supply with the kit. Those tools on the floor. Right. I had to take this one off when I was doing the sprocket anyway, so it should come off easily enough. A little bit. Oh, it's actually got a mark on there, a couple of marks on there to realign it up anyway, so that's easy enough. That one's out of the way. And give that shaft a little squirt of oil. Clean the shaft back where it's gonna sit. There's a little bit of muck on the underside there. Because obviously there's a bearing. Feels better. Because obviously you've got this little bearing here, which we will pack with grease. We want to make sure that shaft feels like there's a little bit on there. The oil just softens up the mud, so I use it to soften up all sorts of corrosion. There's something else there I can feel. Right, let's just leave that soaking for a second, and we'll crack these two bolts here. The same, any 6mm bolts don't need to be done up very tight. 6 Newton meters, 6mm bolts, 6 Newton meters is the general rule on them. So let's have a look. Yeah, there is a slight difference in the length of these bolts. So get the other one off. I'll give that a little quick. Oh, it goes right through, which is quite handy because we don't want the mud to be coming back the other way. Now, little bearing in there, looks totally dry. So I know this is red grease, which is meant for rubbers, but it's grease. It's these little satchels get left over after changing me doing fork seals. I've got quite a few of these, so I'm gonna do my best to get that grease in on the shaft there. And then line it up with the holes there. Got it all lined up. Two bolts on. Put the wrench on there. I don't need to, let's see how I'm just actually covering the end of the wrench, not holding down the end here, holding right down the end, just holding over the top there. Just give a little twist, and that's all you need. You don't need to tighten these up too much. You don't need to be swinging on a 1/2 inch angle set, 1/2 inch socket set. Just a 1/4 inch set is fine. Cover that up and get this up to place. Line up the marks, slide it on, grab your bolt, tweak that up, hit the tripod stand. Just tweak that up. And there we go. Simple as that. Right, 3 minutes. Oh, it's actually saying 6 minutes. Right. So there we go. A little bit of bling. Looks quite cool. The chances, whether it makes much difference. Are you really going to catch that? Are you going to get something behind here? Not really. I think it's a piece of bling, but it looks pretty good. Okay, let's get over to the other side of the bike, and we'll see how this the longer clutch arm works, and see if that makes a real difference. So we're now on the right hand side of the bike, and we're going to tackle this clutch arm. Already looked at this. The new one's got nice little splines in there, so that's obviously going to activate here. And it is, I'd say, about 1 centimetre longer on the activator. Other tools you're going to need: 12mm spanner to undo the cable, nuts on the cable. I'm just going to lube everything before taking it apart. Things just come apart just that little bit easier. Right, so slacken that off to make it easier. It's still a bit fiddly. There's a little step on the other side, isn't there? That's what it's going to be. Undo that one, and that can come out to one side. That come out of that one. You can't see how the cable's released from the end there. That's going to be interesting. What have we got here? Right. So the little fitting, it's a little round fitting that goes into this part. I'm assuming it goes that way round and locks in. So the cable must go in there, but at the moment I can't see how that's going to work. Alright, let's get this arm off and get those pins of the circlip plier. Use smaller circlip pliers, I think. I'm going to grab it. I've got a smaller set. Right. Keep your hand over it just in case. Washer off. There's no markers on that arm. There is the tension spring on there, so we'll lift that out of the way. Hopefully won't regret it. I'm just going to put a small mark on there in case this is a complete fail. Right, lift the arm off. I've got the arm off. Ah, look, there it is. So there's a little... Right, so... where you have this plate here coming down, there's a little tab folds over. My eyesight ain't as quite as good as it used to be, and I missed that when we're taking it off. So that's that bit. So let's have a look at this. How does that? Yeah, nipple sits in there quite nicely. Okay, so that's good. Let's pop the old bracket off. These bolts are quite stiff. Go. Same size as the other side. And just this, with this bracket, we didn't end up with new bolts, but then this one's thicker. This one's already got the same size on the mounting plate. So a little bit of lube in there just because we can. Line up those two. Always, I'll keep telling you this, always put all your bolts in place, tweak them up, and then do the final little tweak on it. Right, so we've got to work out where Alright, so I reckon because this slot goes all the way around the arm, you can put this on. That's going to need some grease in it as well, on this pivot. And on that body there, that's going to be a bit of a weak point on here. Aluminium pivots, which is going to need to keep being lubricated whenever you're just tweaking and cleaning up after having a ride. Right, get that on there, tweak that up there, put that on there, and then find some splines, pull that down. Right, the run on that cable doesn't look too bad. Right, that now is pulling. Maybe prefer to have it pulling a little bit that far. I did wonder that. You're longer on the arm there. Prefer it slightly more at 90 degrees. How do I feel? Oh yeah, that actually makes quite right. 2 fingers, yeah. 1 finger. Oh my god, that's made a difference. Yeah, so this actually makes a difference. Right, wow, quite chuffed. Put the washer back on, get a fresh circlip with the kit. No, other circlip first because it's tiny. Keep your finger over the top of the shaft. Well, it's the wrong size. So, luckily the... Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Now it won't come off. Ah, you fucker. There we go, just push the original one back on there. There's tensioner spring. Get your trusty old Leatherman out, if you can grab hold of it. Right, I'll tell you what. Exhaust spring puller. Let's try that. That can get down under there. Of course, that's actually, that tension spring is made for a much shorter, thinner arm. Yeah, still 2 finger, 1 finger. Yeah, that's good. That's good. How much play have I got? You should have 3mm free play up at the top end there, up at the clutch lever, and that gives you just that little bit of slack. Just make sure you got a little bit of slack on your arm there so you're not dragging your clutch. Well, there you go. So my conclusion is the gear shift supporting arm, there's a little bit of bling, it's pretty cool. But this clutch arm mechanism modification is worth it. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the wear there, because obviously it's aluminium parts. So, but at less than 20 quid, even if it wears, I'll tell you the truth, I you saw that, it's taken me just over 10 minutes to fit. Yeah, I'll just buy another one if it starts wearing too much. I might keep the old arm with me on the bike, just in case there's any problems. But yeah, I reckon that's a win.